Okay, so the last class we were discussing about the ABCD parameters, right? So we have discussed the ABCD parameter for the series component Z, is it not? So in the last class, so and also we have seen the cascaded connection of that series components. So now today we will see how to calculate the ABCD parameter for shunt component. Say for example, if you have the component which is having a shunt, either it may be impedance or admittance. Say for example, y I will take, so I can write it that as 1 over z also. So or you can write z which is equal to 1 over y. So now if you take this one, so now we have y v1 I1 which is flowing here and v2 I2 which is flowing into the network. Okay, so now how to find this one? So now we know the equations, that is v1 which is equal to AV2 minus B into I2. Okay, so I2 which is, that is I1 which is equal to I1 which is equal to CV2 minus D into I2. Okay, so now if you take whatever A, if I want, so what is A? So A is nothing but V1 by V2 when I2 equal to 0. That is, if you open circuit this port 2, you will get the parameter A, that is V1 by V2. So since here if you measure the voltage at this point, so it is equal to, since the open circuit at port 2, V1 will be equal to V2. So then what it will become? So if V1 equal to, this implies V1 should become equal to V2. So then whatever A which will be equal to 1. Okay, in the similar way you take B. So how we can calculate B? So B will be equal to, so V1 by minus I2, okay, when V2 equal to 0, is it not? So now when V2, that is port 2 is short circuited, so if you short circuit this port 2, so whatever the shunt connection in parallel with the short circuit, it will become short. So that's why, so the voltage will become 0. So V1 will become, that way V2, whenever V2 becomes 0, the V1 is also become 0. So that's why your, the parameter B will be equal to 0. So now coming to the C parameter. So what you will get C parameter? So now C equal to, so which is I1 by V2 when I2 equal to 0. So now if you open circuit again the port 2, so the ratio of I1 by V2 which will be given it as C. So now what is I1 by V2? So since it is open circuit, V1 equal to V2, so then we can replace this one as I1 by, in place of V2 we can write it as V1. So now this one we can write it as, so what is, that is admittance parameter, that is Y. Okay, so I1 by V, so generally what we will call it as Z equal to V by I, is it not? So admittance parameter which is 1 over Z which is equal to I by V. So the similar way here we can I1 by V1 we can represent it as the admittance parameter Y. So this is your C. So similarly if you calculate D, so what is D? Which is I1 by minus I2 when V2 equal to 0. So when you short circuit this one, so the loop will become like this. So the same I1 will flow to the back side. So which is equal to I1 equal to minus of I2. So this will become equal to 1. So now what is the ABCD parameters for this? So the ABCD parameters for this parallel connection is, so which is equal to 1, 0. So y, or you can write it as 1 over z and 1. So this is the ABCD parameters for your shunt connection. Okay. So is it understood? So this is the shunt connection. So similarly, if you take a piece of transmission line, okay. So now if I take a piece of transmission line between port 1 and port 2, say for example, it will be having a length L. Okay. So this is port 1 and this is port 2. Okay, so in between why you people are going? So if I see anybody is leaving the meeting, I will put absent for them. Okay, in between you are going and coming. If you don't want, you just go, don't come again. In between go and come, you don't do that like that. Okay, is it any problem? Okay, so this is port 1 and port 2. We have some piece of length of the transmission line. So now we can represent this in terms of theta, which is equal to beta into L, the phase of this transmission line. If the wave is traveling from here to here with the length of L, you will get the phase of beta into L, which will be call it as the phase. Okay, so if two-way travels, then it will become 2 beta L. So now this will be having V1 and I1, and this will be having V2, I2, and this transmission line having a characteristic impedance Z0. Okay. So now how to find out? Again, we have to find out the equation in terms of ABCD parameters, that is V1 equal to A into V2 minus B into I2, and similarly I1 which is equal to C into V2 minus B into I2. So now we have to find out the equation for V1 and I1, so that we have to represent in this format. So now what will happen here? V1 equal to, so say for example your I1 is flowing like this and I2 is flowing like this into the network. Okay, so your V1 will be equal to, so V2 into e power j theta. That means, so the whatever voltage available here, it is multiplied by the phase constant, which is e power j theta. And similarly your I1 will be equal to I2 into e power j theta. So since I2 is flowing in the negative direction, that is into the network, so if I2 is flowing like this, you can take it as plus I2. Since it is going in the opposite direction, we can take it as minus I2. Okay, so now we can represent this in terms of ABCD parameters, so which will be given by V1 equal to Vt into, so this we can write it as, so cos theta plus j into sin theta. Okay, so where theta we have already mentioned, which is equal to beta L. So now I1 equal to minus I2 into cos theta plus j into sin theta. Okay, so now what is V1? You express in terms of V2 and I2. So now we'll get it as V2 cos theta plus V2 j into sin theta. So now V2 I can represent in terms of I and characteristic impedance Z0. So now which will be given by V1 equal to V2 cos theta plus, so what is V2? Which is minus I2 into Z0, because this is I2 flowing into the network, and you multiply it by Z0, you will get, so the V2 value. So V2 is nothing but minus I2 into Z0 into j into sin theta. So now we express the V1 in terms of V2 and I2. Compare the value of A and B. So what is V1 now? V1 equal to V2 cos theta minus I2 Z0 j sin theta. So now if you compare this one, the B will be plus j Z0 sin theta and A will be your cos theta. So similarly you find out for I1, the equation for I1. So what is equation for I1? So now equation for I1 equal to minus I2 into e power j theta, which is equal to minus I2 into cos theta plus j into sin theta. Okay, so this you can represent it as minus I2 cos theta minus I2 j into sin theta. Okay, so now I can represent this I2 in terms of V and Z. So how we can represent in terms of V and Z? It is, so generally we know Z equal to V by I, is it not? So now I equal to V by Z, or we can represent in terms of impedance V by Z, and in terms of admittance V into Y. Okay, so now this will be, so I2 into cos theta minus, so in terms of V, we can write it as, so since it is I2, in terms of V2 we can represent Z0 into, so V2. So in terms of Z it is V2 by Z, or if you have impedance V2 by Z, or if you have admittance you can write it as V2 into Y. So this is V2 by Z J into sin theta. Okay, so now if you compare this one in terms of I1 equation, I1 equal to C into V2 minus D into I2. So compare this equation, I1 equal to, so what is C? So you can see here, so that is if you compare this one, that is J by Z naught sin theta into V2. So here minus cos theta into I2. So now compare, so your D will be cos theta and your C will be minus J by Z naught into sin theta, or you can write it as J into Y naught. So now what is the ABCD parameters for this transmission line? So ABCD parameters, which is equal to, what is A? So earlier we have seen that. So what we got A, so which is equal to, so V1 equal to cos theta into V2 minus I2 Z0 J sin theta. So now here it is cos theta J Z0 sin theta, and here so minus J by Z0 sin theta, here cos theta. So this is the ABCD parameters for your transmission line, which is lossless transmission line. So theta equal to beta L. This is for the lossless transmission line, and if you take the lossy, then you have to calculate. So the gamma, which will be equal to alpha plus J beta L, we will take it as. Okay. So this is the ABCD parameters for the, so the lossless transmission line connected between port 1 and port 2. Okay, so is it understood? Any doubt? Hello, is it understood? Any doubt? So now if you take the cascaded connection of ABCD parameters, as I said, so we have seen yesterday how it will be the multiplication of two cascaded ABCD parameters will give the resultant ABCD parameters. So now we can see here the equations. So for this is a first network, if you assume A1, B1, C1 and D1. So this V2 I2 will be input to the second network, two port network. Then you replace this one. So here you will get the resultant matrix. So now this is cascaded connection we have seen yesterday. That is like we have taken two impedances and we have seen how we can multiply that. So this is Z, and if you take this is Z1. Okay. So now this is, if you take this is a port 1, and if you this you take port 2. So then so you divide the network, this has one 2-port network and this is another 2-port network. Okay, the second 2-port network, and this one is the first 2-port network. So now multiply the ABCD corresponding ABCD parameters of this, you will get the whatever. Here if you take intermediate voltage V1 and I2 and V3 I3, so you will get the V1 I1 in terms of ABCD into V3 I3. Okay, so this will be a cascaded connection, that is multiplied by A1 B1 C1 D1 into A2 B2 C2 D2. So now find out what is A1 B1 C1 D1, which is equal to 1 Z 0 1, which we have done earlier. So into multiplied by 1 into Z1 0 1. Okay, so now if you multiply, this will give the final result, that cascaded connection. So now you try to solve this one, so which I have given earlier, so yesterday also, that is you take it as the Z1, this one, and this one as Z2, and this one as Z3. Now try to solve this one. This is port 1 and this is port 2 and V1 I1. So divide the network into 3 two-port networks and try to solve it. Try to solve this one. Hello, Darshan. Hello, Darshan.
Yes, sir.
Did you understood?
Yes, sir.
So try to do that problem. Tell me the result. What is the result? Pawan? Pawan TL.
Yes, sir.
Are you doing?
Yes, sir. Trying, sir.
Okay. Any doubt in the ABCD parameters? Prashant? Hello, Prashant T is not joined. Bharat?
Yes, sir.
Understood the ABCD parameters?
Yes, sir.
So are you doing now?
Yes, sir. I'm trying.
Tell me the result, what it is coming. Harshita? Harshita case. Hello? Harshita?
Yes, sir.
Are you doing?
Yes, sir. I am doing, sir.
Why so much late? Reply.
Sir,
Deepashri?
Yes, sir.
Are you doing?
Yes, sir. I'm trying.
Sidlingesh? Hello? Sidlingesh? Did you understood?
Yes, sir.
Are you doing now?
Yes, I'm doing, sir.
Tell me the result. Vivekanand? Hello, Vivekanand? Saunur? Hello?
Sir.
Are you doing?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in the ABCD matrix?
No, sir.
So why you are not logged into Moodle? It is never accessed.
Sir, I'm already lagging, sir.
No, it is
Yes,
showing
sir.
never login, never logged in.
Sir, I
Many
already set, sir, password.
many people are not log in. So try to log in and see, and also upload the assignment by tomorrow. Okay. Otherwise, it will be difficult while doing the quiz. Anybody got any result? What is the result? Matrix? Hello? Bharat? Did you got the result? Karthik?
Sir,
Just multiply the corresponding ABCD matrices. So now just see. So what is a, say for example, this is a first one. If I consider Z1 as the first two port network, that is, this is Z1. So what is the first ABCD parameters? That is A1, B1, C1, D1, which is equal to 1, Z1, 0, 1. Is it not? This you got right. Is there any doubt in this? Since it is a series element, you will get like this. Is it not? So what is second one? A2, B2, C2, D2, which is equal to 1, 0, 1 over Z2, 1. Is it not? Are you getting this one? So now similarly, what is ABCD of third network? A3, B3, C3, D3. So now this is a third one. Again it is a series one. What is series one? 1, Z3, 0, 1. So now multiply corresponding the whatever ABCD networks. What you will get? The resultant ABCD. So A1, B1, C1, D1 into A2, B2, C2, D2. So now this corresponding, it will give 1, Z1, 0, 1 into 1, 0, 1 over Z2, 1. So multiply, what is the resultant? So 1 into 1, 1 plus Z1 into 1 over Z2, it is Z1 by Z2. So this is 1 plus Z1 by Z2. Okay. So similarly, the second element, 1 into 0, 0, Z1 into 1, Z1. Now this one, 0 into 1, 0, 1 into 1 over Z2, this is 1 over Z2. So 0 into 0, 1 into 1, which will give 1. So this is a first two network resultant. So now multiply this one, 1 plus Z1 by Z2, 1 over Z2, Z1, 1 with the third one, that is 1, Z3, 0, 1. Multiply this one. So this into 1, it will be this one only, and then Z1 into 0, it is 0. That will be given it as 1 plus Z1 by Z2 itself. So now this into this, so multiply 1 plus Z1 by Z2 into Z3. So plus what will happen? Plus Z1. This is Z1 into 1. Sorry, Z1 into 0. So this one. So this one 1 into Z1 plus, so 1 plus Z1 by Z2 into 1. This is 0. Again 1 plus Z1 by Z2 into Z3 plus Z1. So it was correct. It is plus Z1. So now second one, 1 over Z2 into 1. It is 1 over Z2. 1 into 0, 0. It is 1 over Z2. So now this one, Z2 by Z3. Z2 by Z3 into 1. So that is plus 1. So are you getting? Anybody who didn't get this one? So this is a total resultant ABCD matrix of this network. Okay, so this one, Z1, which is Z2, and here it is Z3. Are you getting? Anybody who didn't get, anybody who got a different result? Hello, Bharat?
Yes, sir.
Did you got the same result?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Karthik? Hello, Karthik?
Yes, sir. Same results.
Okay. What about Deepashri, Harshita? Are you getting the same results?
Same result.
Okay. So this is about the cascaded connection. Sorry, try to do this one, which will be in terms of y. I'll write it as try to do this. Similar way, if I put here y1 as 1 over z1, here 1 over z2, and here 1 over z3. Wherever z3 is there, earlier equation you have to replace it by 1 over z3. Wherever 1 over z1 is there, you can replace 1 over z1. Wherever z1 is there, earlier one, and similarly here you will get the result. Okay. So try to do this one your own. So we'll continue. So this is about the ABCD matrix, which will be very much useful. So whenever you have cascaded connection of two or more two-port networks. Okay. So now if you come to the what is the relation between impedance matrix with respect to ABCD matrix. Now we can represent any parameters in terms of any other parameters. We have S parameters, we have impedance parameters, and we have admittance parameters, and we have ABCD parameters. So now we can relate one into other. So now we will see how ABCD parameters are related to impedance matrix. So now we know impedance matrix, which is given by this equation, that is V1 equal to I1 into Z1 minus I2 into Z12, and similarly V2 equal to I1 into Z21 minus I2 into Z22. So now how we can find out by using this one ABCD parameters. So now we know what is, if you relate the ABCD parameters, what is A equal to V1 by V2 when I2 is 0, that is when I2 is open circuited. So now from this equation you find out what is V1 and V2 when I2 equal to 0. Now see here, if you put I2 equal to 0, so this will become, so these two equations, two parameters will become 0, and you will get the V1 by V2 equal to I1 by I1 Z11 divided by I1 into Z21. So I1 will get cancelled, you will get Z11 by Z21. So this is your A parameter in terms of impedance. And similarly B, you can find it out. What is B? V1 by I2, which is when V2 equal to 0. So we will do that. So we will come to know how it will be. So now V1 equal to I1 Z11 plus I2 Z12, V2 equal to I1 Z21 plus I2 Z22. So this is the impedance equation. We know what is A equal to V1 by V2 when I2 equal to 0. So we know the ABCD parameters, that is A into V2 minus B into I2, I1 equal to CV2 minus DI2. Okay. So now B, so now what is V1 by I1 when I2 equal to 0, which is equal to, which we have already seen, I1 1 by Z1, I1 by Z21. So it will get cancel each other, which will give Z11 by Z21. Similarly B, so what is B? V1 by I2, which is when V2 equal to 0, that is minus I2. So now you find it out, V1 by I2 when V2 equal to 0. Put V2 equal to 0 in this equation. So if you put V2 equal to 0 in this equation, okay, so 0 equal to I1 Z21 plus I2 into Z22. So now what is I1 Z11, which will be equal to minus I2 into Z22. Okay. So now you put the equation for V1. So what is V1? I11 Z1 plus I2 into Z12. So if you replace this one, so B equal to, so now what is V1? V1 equal to I1 Z11 plus I2 Z12. So this divided by minus I2. So what is minus I2? Which will be equal to I1 Z11 divided by Z22. Okay, so this is what we will get the equation for B. So now if you simplify this, you will get, so Z22 into I1 Z11. So again you can substitute what is I2 here. So I2 is again I1 Z11 by Z12. So that is minus I1 Z11 divided by Z22. So this divided by I1 Z11. Okay, so now if you simplify this one, so you will get the value of B, so which is nothing but this one. Okay, so we will get, so Z11 by I1 by I2, which is equal, when V2 equal to 0, which will be equal to Z12. So this if you simplify by taking I1 outside, so you will get B equal to minus Z12. Okay, so you can take I1 by Z11 outside, so you will get cancel each other, and you will get Z22 into 1 minus 1 over Z22, and this will become minus Z1. So Z12, so how that Z12 it will be become, so okay, so V1, just if you substitute this one divided by I2. Okay, here in this method also you can do, so instead of substituting whole I2, okay, so that also possible, that is just V1, if you substitute I1 Z11 plus I2 Z12. So what is B? B equal to V2 by I. So okay, B2 equal to V1 by I2 when V2 equal to 0. So V1 I1 Z11, so plus I2 Z12 divided by minus I2. So now we know that I2 it is flowing into the network, so we can replace it as minus I2. So that is Z12 divided by I2. So now if you take I2 equal to minus I11, so that we will get it as, so this equation, that is Z11. So since here I2 will get cancel each other, so I1 by I2 it will be remaining as it is. If you split this one, that is I1 by I2 into Z11 minus I2 by I2 into Z12. Okay, so now this will be, so when V2 is 0. Okay, so here I1 by I2 into Z11. Okay, so here I1 by I2 will be, so okay, so this one Z11 into I1 by I2 minus Z12. So now we can replace this I1 by I2 or in terms of I1, I2 in terms of I1. So we will get Z11 into I1 Z22 by I1 Z21. So minus Z12. So this will be represented as this much. That is Z11 Z22 minus Z12 Z21 by Z2. Okay. So just replace this I1 by I2 or I2 in terms of I1. So since V2 is 0, so you can write here so inside. Okay, pen is not there, so here you can insert, so since v2 equal to 0, so I1 Z11 can be equated to I2 Z12. So it's saying I2 Z21 equal to I2 Z22. So this that you replace here. So I1 Z11 divided by what is I2? I2 is in terms of I1, so which is I1 into Z21 divided by Z22. So minus this will be cancel each other, which will become Z12. So here I1 will get cancel each other, so you will get, so Z11 minus Z11 into Z22 divided by Z21 minus Z12. So multiply here, you will get the value of B, that is Z11 minus into Z22 divided by Z21 minus Z12 into Z21 whole divided by Z2. So that is what we get here. Okay, so just if you replace by using this equation, you will get the value of B. And similarly for C, I1 by V2, which is equal when I2 is 0. So again, if you derive what is the V2 when I2 is 0, it is I1 into Z11. This will be simpler. I1 gets cancelled, which is equal to 1 over Z21. Okay, and D2 which will be equal to I1 by I2 when V2 is 0. So put V2 is 0. So what is I1 by I2, which is equal to, so if you take this side, I1 by I2 equal to Z22 by Z21. So that is what we get here. So this is the relation between impedance matrix and ABCD matrix. So that's how we'll get, just put the whatever condition we get, so we'll get the equation. So this is the ABCD matrix in terms of Z matrix. So now where it will be used, so this ABCD parameters are whatever the parameters which we consider, where it will be used. Say for example, you have transition, any transition between one kind of transmission line to another kind, then you will be getting the usage of this matrix form. Okay, so here we shown the example one, that is when we feed the microstrip line in terms of coaxial cable. So now this coaxial cable acts as one input terminal, and the microstrip line we can taken it as output terminal, and in between whatever it is there we can express in terms of the microwave network. So now here there is a ground plane and there is a conductor, so in between there is a dielectric, that we can model it as a capacitor, and similarly in this end also there is a two conductor in between dielectrics. So whatever the current flowing through the conductor, we can model it as series inductor. So this is, we can take it as microwave network, and this has port 1 and this has port 2. So now this has a equivalent circuit for two port network for this configuration. Like that we can modify the equivalent circuit for a particular application, and we can try to find out what is the corresponding parameters for this network. So once you find out the corresponding parameters, it is very easy to find out voltage and current at the port 1 and port 2 are input and output ports. Okay, so now this type of equivalent circuit, if you write, it will be very easy to apply to other types of the transition. Say for example, there is a discontinuity in width of the microstrip junctions, or if there is any transition between the height of the transmission line or height of the junctions, so there it will be very much useful and it can be applied. So that is the importance of this microwave network, and in terms of the parameters, that is S parameters or ABCD parameters or any other parameters. Okay, so now if you take arbitrary two port network, so in terms of Z we already know the Z matrix and Y matrix, And if it is a symmetric network, say for example, if you take, already we have no reciprocal and lossless network. If the network is reciprocal, then the network is become symmetric. Now if it is symmetric, we can represent that network as in terms of the T network. Okay, if this network is symmetric, we can represent it as T network. And even in terms of admittance, we can represent it as a pi network. And if the network is reciprocal, so there are 6 degrees of freedom. That means you have the 6 independent parameters, that is v1 v2 2 i1 i2 other 2 and all other z. So in terms of matrix, so it will be having a z parameters as well as voltage parameters, and it will be current parameters. So you will be, if the network is reciprocal, since it is symmetric, you will be having a 6 degrees of freedom. And if it is having the lossless network, then there is no real part associated with that, then it will reduce us to again 3 degrees of freedom. So this is about the, so how we can represent the network if it is reciprocal in terms of T and pi network. So if we take the impedance matrix, so if it is symmetric, so we can represent like this, and we can represent in terms of admittance matrix in terms of pi equivalent network. Okay, so now coming to the power dividers and directional couplers. So these are very important in passive components, where we need to use the components in microwave circuit design. Somewhere in the circuit we need to divide the power between two circuit elements, then we use the power dividers. So these power dividers, it may be like even power division or it may be uneven power division. So say for example, if I want equally the power division, so we can see, you can the block diagram you can see here, divider or coupler. Even the couplers are used to divide the power unequally, and the power dividers generally it will be used to divide the power equally. Even you can divide unequally also. So this is the power divider and this is a power combiner. If I give the power at port 1, it will equally divide the power between port and port 3. And similarly, if I give the power at port 2 and port 3, it will combine and it will give the power at port 1. So now if we have 3 ports, so we can, even if it is lossless, means ideally it may be, we can consider it as a lossless, or even the practical network, it will be having some lossy component also. So now this power divider, it will give the equal phase division, that is there is no phase difference or zero phase. Even at port 2 and port 3, there is no phase associated with the port 2 and port 3. So if you take the couplers, so generally it will be having different types of couplers, which will be having hybrid junctions with equal power division and phase shift. So if you say for example branch line coupler, which we'll be studying further, if you take the branch line coupler, there will be a phase difference of 90 degree, and if you take the rat race coupler, it will be having a phase difference of 180 degree between the output ports. So that is a phase shift which will be come in terms of directional couplers. And so these directional couplers, we can find out many parameters. So the very important parameters in directional couplers, that is isolation, directivity, and also the coupling factor, how much the power it will be coupled from one port to other port. So that we will see in the next class. So we will see the basic properties as well as what all the types of directional couplers are there, and how we can divide the power equally, and also using other types of resistive networks also we will see in the next class.